Um, this strictly goes to my TikTok people, my TikTok family. Um, one of the TikToker really came and visited me. Somebody told me about TikTok that you really also want this kind of arrangement of learning and everything, which was not bad. And one of them really came to my farm directly to ask me about this. I've been doing all this on YouTube, and I've taught many and many things. My YouTube channel, you put in hamiisi semanda, then you put your question, or you can start with, let's say, how do I start goat farming by hamiisi semanda. You put it at the end of it all. But even here on TikTok, I'm going to really start teaching you guys. I'm going to be giving you the clues and how you're going to start goat farming. And that will be a very good. We shall be having a lot of topics about goat farming. Like the way you see, I think the cameraman can show you around this area. These are all goats around 4 or 5 months. Those are boas. Those came from boa section, and these are savannas from the savannah section. So these are all very, very good animals. But I really wanted to inform you that I'm going to do videos one by one, also explaining goat farming. So now we are going to start a class, and that class is starting how do we start goat farming. Part 1, Part 2, Part 3, and Part 4. But basically, as today is just an introduction and also explaining to you where you can get more other details. As per now, I told you my YouTube channel is hamiisi semanda. But you can even start with your question. How do I start goat farming? If you put in how do I start goat farming on YouTube, you end with my name by hamiisi semanda. How do I start goat farming by hamiisi semanda? How do I treat goats by hamiisi semanda? How do I treat the kids by hamiisi semanda? You can definitely have all those kind of details. So basically today, where I am, I would like to welcome you all the the TikTokers, and I would like you to follow me very, very well. Today, I'm going just to brief you something very simple, something very easy about how do we start goat farming. But we shall even discuss even about the market and so on. I know you very well know where the market of goats is, but actually, I also have to inform you what are my possible markets. But actually, as of today, let me discuss about how do you start goat farming. And in that, I'm going to take you through what are the basic requirements. The moment you think about of goat farming, what do you have to have in your mind? Because goat farming is a project that can sustain all of us and even employ all of us. You know, to take you back just a little, um, we are all educated now. Most of them are, most of the people are educated. If we are around 40 millions, like around 35% of 40, we are all educated. Remember, just take, I think, about of your village. On your village, like 10 years ago, 20 or 30 years ago, it was only 1 degree on the whole village or sub-county. But right now, one home has over 10 degrees. And all those people need a job. And all those people need to be well off. So what am I trying to explain? If we don't magnify our source of income, if we don't create jobs, then we are all going to be broke people. One person in the village who is rich because he has a job, and the rest will be poor people. And that person will never also grow big. Why? Because everybody will be pulling from him. But basically, if we go into goat farming, it can employ all of us. And if we are all employed, the family will be very, very happy. So basically, what do you have to bear in your mind if you really want to start goat farming? And this is how to start goat farming part 1. What do you need to know? I want to take you through the basics. And the basics of doing goat farming: 1, think about of the land. There is no anything you're going to do without land. 2, think about of the water. Think about of the pastures, and think about of genetics. I've said 4 things which I'm going to break, not today, but as our topics are moving, I'm going to be able to explain to you which kind of land we need. But basically, I can brief you about the land. Um, Land, even if the land is not so big, because not all of us that we can afford to have a square mile, even 10 acres, even 5 acres, how do we utilize the small land that we have? In your information, I want you to note down this, that if you're thinking about of the land, I want you to think about of at least an acre. If you're talking about an acre and you're going to do what they call zero grazing, like the way you see these animals, you see, these are very young animals of around 4 months, others are 5 or 6 months. And now what they are doing right now, I think you can see, it's what they call zero grazing. So if you have a smaller land, you don't have to think about open range. If you have a small land, think about of zero grazing. And zero grazing, if you have an acre of land and you plant this, what they call alfalfa grass, it can sustain around 30 to 50 goats depending on your vegetation. If the vegetation is too fertile, then you'll have more animals in one place. So basically, the land will determine the system of farming that you're going to use. It is also going to determine the number of animals that you're going to do. So, being that we are in Pearl of Africa and we really have very good vegetation and very good weather, an acre will sustain over 30 to 50 goats. So, basically, if you have a smaller land, like let's say an acre, and you're going to plant it, make sure the rain is on, harvest and give to an animal, an acre will sustain over 30 to 50 goats. The reason why I do that, because the vegetation or the rain seasons are not the same in the whole part of the Uganda. So basically, that's what I would like to inform you guys. Look at that. But you know, for the stay, an acre can accommodate, just staying like an accommodation, an acre can accommodate up to 1,000. Let me look. This is a very small portion. Actually, it's around 30 by 50 or 60 there. But here we have around 30 goats and it's not already full. So this is 50 by not even 100, 50 by 50. But I want you to look at what we have. We have around, 70 goats just within this small portion. So basically, in my information, I'm just giving you an information that the space of accommodation isn't an issue for the animals, but where do you get the feeds from is what matters a lot. So basically, land, that's what you're looking at. There is some land, those people who have bigger land, an acre of land can accommodate up to 13 goats on free range. Let the free range take place. Free range is when you let your animals go feed and come back. So that is the free range. Zero grazing is when you bring the feeds, you plant, bring the feeds to the animals by yourself. So basically, that's what I have been able to explain to you. That is just a debrief. But at the end of our time of the lessons, we shall break up all those kind of matters. But basically, as per now, I have been able to give you that. And let me just wish you the best. Bye.